In today's video, we're going to take the new LEGO Speed Champions Hoonicorn, build it, and then improve it. First, we're going to remove some studs, build up some working doors, lower the hood so it looks more like the real car, then we're actually going to make it be able to do donuts, and so much more. So grab your bricks and let's get to building. So far, I've upgraded the new Supra, Lightning McQueen, the EV Supercar, the off-road mountain truck, and the tractor. And now, it's the Hoonicorn's turn. But one problem, it's nearly impossible to find on store shelves right now. Even LEGO.com is on backorder.
Nope.
Lucky for me, one of the neighborhood kids actually had one. So when they went inside to grab something to drink, I borrowed it. Forever. Now that we have acquired the set in a completely ethical way, let's put it together first so we can upgrade it later. And I gotta say, this set is pretty good. Overall, the shaping looks great, there were some fun building techniques, and these new wide mudguards will be great for MOCs. It even comes with a cool Ken Block minifig, with 2 heads.
The old master with 2 heads, that beast.
Out of the box, the set is fantastic, but there's a couple things I think we can improve on. Like these studs on the outside of the car. I hate studs. Lowering the bonnet, giving it working doors, build a cool diorama so I can display it on a shelf, modify it to be the V2 Hoonicorn, and even build a 6-stud city scale version of it. And making the car actually able to perform those sick donuts Ken Block was famous for. The first upgrade is super simple. Let's remove some of these studs on the front of the car. All you gotta do is take off these 4 pieces, toss these 2, place these 2 on the side for later, and replace them with 2 2x3 tiles. Now take off the headlight build and replace the headlight brick with this 1x1 modified brick with studs on 2 sides. And obviously, do that for both headlights. And once you've got those 2 rebuilt, put them back where they were before. Now reattach the wedge tiles that we set aside. And the front of the car is completely smooth. Wow. There's a tiny gap here now, but it's not really that noticeable in my opinion. Now let's X out some of these studs on the back of the car. And this one is a little bit more complicated, but still nothing crazy. We're gonna need to rebuild the back section of the car using these 4 subsections. And now, the entire exterior of the car is completely studless. Up next is the simplest mod ever, and you can do this with just about any LEGO car. Ken Block was known for doing some sick tricks behind the wheel, most specifically donuts. That dude did so many donuts, he was practically a Krispy Kreme with sunglasses. To make his LEGO car do donuts, all you gotta do is add these 2x2 round plates with a round bottom
Dang, girl.
to the underside of the car. That raises the rear wheels up just a little bit, so when you roll it, the tail end spins out, allowing our LEGO car to do a sick donut, just like Ken. I also wanted to pay homage to another of Ken Block's best tricks, the burnout. So I built these little smoke clouds using round bricks and plates. They're pretty easy to build, so you should give it a try. It really doesn't matter how you build them, just as long as they look cool and you have fun. I even built a little diorama of the Hoonigan folks filming a Gymkhana video, complete with cameramen, a boombox, and I think this would look great on a shelf. And before we get back to the build, I just want to say it's awesome that LEGO finally made an official Ken Block minifig. His impact on motorsports and car culture is legendary, so it's really cool to see him represented in LEGO. The next thing we're going to do is lower the bonnet. If you look at the real car, the bonnet is raised, but not near as much as it is on the LEGO version. We could just tile off the whole thing flat and call it a day, but I think the designers raised the hood for a reason. If it's completely flat, it's kind of boring. My guess is that the designers wanted a little bit of texture on the car to give it a little bit more visual interest. And I kind of agree. I've seen some folks completely flatten it out, and I think it looks a little, well, flat. And in my opinion, the official set is raised too high. So instead of raising the bonnet by a full plate or lowering it all the way, we're gonna meet in the middle and raise it by half a plate, which was a little difficult to figure out. I had to completely take out the engine and hood section to do this, but the end result looks really good to me. What do you think? Keep it raised, lower it all the way, or do you like this half plate compromise? One thing about lowering the bonnet is I did have to completely rebuild the engine. This is kind of a bummer. I like the way that they put it together in the official set, but the new engine I built looks nearly identical when you put it all together. You're gonna need 8 of these gold clips with bars, and the set only comes with 4, so I did have to get a couple more. And attach those clips to a 4-long bar, and then slide our new engine into one of my favorite new LEGO pieces, the D-Snot brick. And obviously build that twice. As for the rest of the pieces from the original engine build, we're gonna keep these 2 round plates with bars for later, and you can toss the rest. And while you're here, if you're enjoying the video, consider subscribing. We're getting dangerously close to 40,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hit 50K by the end of the year. And I'd also love it if you joined on that journey. If you'd like to build any of these upgrades yourself, the instructions are available on Patreon and Rebrickable, along with hundreds of other custom vehicles, buildings, furniture, and pop culture builds. Now, back to the Hoonicorn. Now here's the big one. Let's add some opening doors to our LEGO Hoonicorn. And this is definitely my favorite mod in the whole video. But just like lowering the bonnet, this upgrade is going to take a lot of work. Remember that 1x1 plate with bar that we kept from earlier? Well here, we're going to use it to make the door. And this piece is perfect. Because it's round, it's actually going to give us a little bit of wiggle room on the door mechanism, which is exactly what we need. I had to do a lot of rebuilding around the front of the car to make room for the mechanism that allows the doors to open and close. I used a skeleton arm and some modified plates with bars to create a double hinge that would allow the door to clear the side of the car and open and close all the way. Just like the bonnet, I did have to do a lot of rebuilding, but once everything's put together, it works perfectly. Real quick, here's the original set and the upgraded version side by side. Honestly, if you don't know what changed, you might not even notice. And that's exactly what I was going for. The goal wasn't to redesign the set. It was to make it feel like LEGO released an upgraded version themselves. And now the LEGO Hoonicorn has basically been turned up from 10 to 11, but there's a couple more things I want to do. The LEGO set is based on the V1 Hoonicorn. There's a lot of differences, but the easiest one to spot is the engine. The V1 has these little gold thingamabobbers popping out of the hood of the car, while the V2 looks like this. And I just think it looks cooler. I'm basic like that. They also gave it this sweet American flag paint job, but we're not going to worry about that for this video. And while the official set is based on the original version, the cars look nearly identical aside from the engine, so I thought it would be pretty cool and pretty easy to swap it out. And in order to transform the Hoonicorn from a V1 to a V2, once again, we're going to have to take out the engine and replace the pieces that we took out with these submodels and a couple extra pieces. And with a little bit of rebuilding, we've turned our V1 Hoonicorn into a V2. And once it's all put together, we get this, a V2 Hoonicorn. You can even add some flames for a little bit extra oomph. Which version do you prefer, the V1 or V2? But we've still got one more upgrade. Well, some might consider this a downgrade. Some folks are gonna love it, some folks are gonna hate it. And you all know that I like 8-wide Speed Champions, but I love the old school 6-wide LEGO cars. So I took the official set and I smashed it. And now it looks like this, a 6-stud city scale version of the set. And I think it's pretty cool. Now it looks like LEGO released it back in 2016, and it fits right in line with the old school Speed Champions. Here's what they look like side by side so you can get an idea for the scale. I used a lot of parts from the set and even got to use the stickers on it, but if you want to build this version, check out the links in the description. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all seem to like these mod upgrade videos, so I think I'll keep making them. I've even seen some folks posting their Supras with some of the upgrades from the last video, so that was really cool. Let me know down below which official LEGO set I should upgrade next. And if enough people request the same one, there's a pretty good chance that it'll become the next video. Instructions for everything are up on Rebrickable and Patreon. And speaking of Patreon, a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters, especially Jim, Ricky's Bricks, Derek, Darius, Ruby's Music, Harley, Articular Pack 6, Jenny, Stan, and new member, John. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.